Faculty Department of Political Science takes an immense pleasure in welcoming you to the international conference being held today in Maharaja Agrasen College. India is the cradle of the human race, the birthplace of human speech, the mother of history, grandmother of legend, and the great-grandmother of traditions. Our most valuable and most instructive materials in the history of man are treasured up in India only. This is very aptly said by Mark Twain. Theme of today's conference is Imagining India as a World Power. India is showing a new image of itself to the world, and the world is recognizing that today India is indeed a country to be reckoned with. Nehru's dream of India being recognized as a global power has never been so closer. The aim of this conference is to provide an opportunity to the scholars to meet and exchange ideas and views in a forum encouraging respectful dialogue. We have been very impressed by the range and quality of submissions received through an open call for papers from authors all over the world. I extend my warmest regards to every participant. I wish the conference a great success and hope you enjoy the conference. I welcome the esteemed guests, General N.C. Vich, Mr. Ajit Kumar Doval, who have taken time out of their busy schedule for being here and having agreed to grace the occasion and share their thoughts. Our chief guest, General N.C. Vich, is a former Chief of Army Staff in India, a highly acclaimed military strategist, has been decorated for his distinguished services with Param Vishisht, Ati Vishisht and Uttam Yug Seva medals. He has a vast experience in disaster management and has also been Vice Chairman of National Disaster Management Authority of India, which is headed by Prime Minister. I would now request our Principal, Dr. Sunil Sodhi, to present bouquet to General Vich. Mr. Ajit Kumar Doval is the former Director of Intelligence Bureau. His spectacular work in Mizoram, Punjab and Kashmir won him the highest awards and honours. Among them are Kirti Chakra. During Operation Black Thunder in Punjab, he was actually inside the Harminder Sahib. He was India's main negotiator with the hijackers of Indian aeroplane in Kandahar in 1999. He has spoken nationally and internationally, advocating cooperation among security forces globally. Dr. Sandeep Kumar Rani is requested to present bouquet to Mr. Doval. I also welcome our co-organizer, Mr. Nubut Bobeka. Tamso ma Jyotir Gamaya, Asto ma Sad Gamaya, Mrityor ma Abritam Gamaya. With these words, I would request the honorable guests to light the lamp and inaugurate the conference. India's economic growth and ability to manage its key diplomatic relationships will determine the size of international role it crafts over the next few years. To throw more light on the subject, on the theme of the conference, I would request our Principal Sir, who has made this conference possible.
Our honorable guests for today, General Vich, Mr. Doval, our distinguished delegates from overseas and from other parts of the country, my esteemed colleagues in the college and students. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to this two-day conference on imagining India as a world power. All of us in this session are eagerly waiting for the address by General General Vich and Mr. Doval. I'll just take 2 minutes to introduce the conference, and then of course I would like to request Nubut to also say a few words. India, for as long as we can remember, has considered itself, imagined itself as a world power. Probably as a cultural and in terms of tradition, we have considered ourselves as a world power even 2000 years ago. But as a modern state, also we can trace this imagination to the discovery of India written by Jawaharlal Nehru even before independence. And soon after taking over, I can recall one conversation that is in the records during his first visit to the United States in 1949. While having discussions with President Truman, he outlined a strategy for Asia in which he suggested, or as the US government at that time thought, he advised President Truman that affairs of Asia are best left for India and China to manage. And he did consider at that time that India was going to be the fourth great power in the world after the United States of America, Soviet Union, China. Things did not turn out to be the way he had imagined. And here we are in 2012 when we are having as a theme of this conference the imagination of India as a great power, as a world power. What's different today is, and that's what actually led to this whole theme, is that India is being imagined as a world power by other countries too. United States, China, Russia. In fact, for this topic and this theme, I'm grateful to Newberg. The idea for the conference came from Washington, when a conference was being held there on global terrorism and strategies that countries were evolving to counter terrorism. So I am grateful to Newberg, and we are organizing this conference in collaboration with the MBBM Institute, and I would leave it to Newberg to complete the rest of the introduction. Thank you.